Yo, what is up YouTube? It's Aquamerge bringing you another video. I just wanted to let you guys know before this video starts that I'm going to be talking about my first job I ever had. And yeah, it's going to be my first cutcom also. So without wasting too much more time, let's get right into the video. Let me just give you guys a little insight, alright? Metro PCS is a phone store in Ohio and in the United States. I don't know what states exactly it's in, all of them, but I know it's in Ohio. And Boost is another phone store that's in Ohio. And they're both month-to-month payment plan companies, which means there's no contracts. You pay the bill for the month and you get your phone service for the month. That's all it is. It's not like one of those fucking AT&T companies where you gotta pay a contract and pay for your phone and all this shit every month. It's like literally one rate all month. Let's go. We got double standoff, guys. Let's get it. But yeah, it's a month-to-month company. Alright, so basically how this all started was I needed to upgrade my phone. So I bought a Galaxy S5 off of Amazon, unlocked. Now, I do not recommend buying a phone off Amazon unlocked because you don't know all the details, right? I'm just going to start off with that. And, oh, carrier, okay. So basically, don't buy anything off Amazon, like electronic-wise, like phones or tablets or computers, because there could always be a scam. But anyway, I bought this phone off Amazon for like 200 bucks. You know, it was a Galaxy S5, and it was unlocked, which means it could be put on any carrier, I thought. And now, the phone company that I had at the time was Boost, the one I told you about earlier. Now, I took it to Boost, thinking that they were going to be able to change my service over to that phone. You know, simple and easy, just change the phone with that number on that phone. But no. They told me basically they couldn't do it because Boost only works with their products. They only use their phones from their store, blah, 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 blah. So basically, I'm out $200 basically at this point. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck Boost. They have terrible customer service anyway. So I went over to Metro PCS because Metro PCS there was a Metro PCS like 5 minutes from my house, walking distance, right? So on the way home, I'm bummed out about the phone. I see the Metro PCS. I'm like, all right, I'll just stop here, see what they can do with the phone. I go in. The guy that's there, there's one guy there. It's a dude. He's Muslim. You know, he's about 5'7", 5'5". He's from Boston. Now I know this now. But he's from Boston, you know, he wears snapbacks backwards with his hair slicked back with a Boston accent. Alright, I'm just trying to paint the picture for you guys. Alright, and I lived in like, I lived in a pretty unsafe, not, you know, what do I say this? Ghetto area, alright? I lived in a ghetto-ass area. You know, where there's drugs and prostitutes and crack and all this shit. But basically, I'm at this Metro PCS, right? It's 5 minutes from my house. And this dude tries to get my phone working for like an hour. Like other customers are coming in and everything, and you know, he's helping us as he's trying to help other customers. You know, he seems like a nice guy. Like he generally seems like he wants to sell us. You know what I mean? He wants to sell us his phone company. You know, long story short, he sends us home with what he thinks is the SIM card that's going to work with my phone. You know, he told us if it doesn't work, come back and see me, and I'll figure it out. You know. We came back a couple hours later because the SIM card, of course, didn't work. So basically, I'm out $200 for this phone. So I just sent it back to Amazon, right, to get my refund because it didn't work. I got my refund. We're about to leave the store, you know, and you know, at this point, we've been there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours total. So, you know, he's been asking me questions, trying to occupy us as he's working on my phone. You know, like, you know, how old are you? Or do you go to school? Blah 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 blah. You know, do you have a job? And I was like, you know, of course I don't have a job. Well, not of course, but you know, I don't have a job. He's like, do you want a job? I was like, yeah, I want a job. He was like, okay, well, come in here tomorrow at 12, and you can start working here. Hit markers, oh my god. So basically, I come in there at 12 o'clock a.m., or well, 12 o'clock p.m. the next day, right? To work for this Muslim dude. Nothing against Muslims. This Muslim dude from Boston that I just met 2 hours before, right? So you could say it was pretty weird. And that's not even the crazy part, guys. So I come in at 12 p.m. the next day, you know, I show up, I'm like, alright, I'm here for this job you said you could give me. Right? I go right behind the counter the same day, and he's showing me on the computer all the customers' information, all the PIN numbers, everything that he's been working for however many years he's been working to get. So, you know, I worked there for like, I worked for that day, the next day, and then on the third day, guys, he let me open the store. Like, he let me open the Metro PCS store with thousands of dollars worth of electronics and phones and speakers and all this in it. Like, he let me go in there in the morning, unlock the padlock off the door by myself. He gave me the security code, like, literally after 2 days of knowing this guy. Anyway, 2 days later, he gives me the security codes to the whole store and the key to unlock it. Right? And I've never unlocked a store before. I was nervous as shit, right? I'm 17 years old at this point, alright? 17 years old, never had a job. This is my first job. And he gives me the key to a phone store and a security code to unlock it. You know how fucking nervous that shit made me? Look at this dude. Anyway, alright, so I go in to unlock the store. Nervous as fuck, by myself. I unlock the padlock, and then you gotta go in and undo and type in the security code, right? And he never fully explained how to do the security code properly. So I unlock the door, go in, sitting there trying to put the code in, not realizing that there's an extra button you gotta hit when you put the code in. So the alarm starts going off. I start freaking out, frantically, rapidly putting the fucking code in. I get it the next try, because I'm like so scared. I just clutch up and get it the next try, right? The alarm goes off. Customers are at the door at this point. So I turn around, unlock the door, they come in, I turn the lights on, I go to the computer, log in with his account info. Like, I didn't even have my own login, right? Probably 30 minutes later, 2 police officers come into my store asking, telling me that they got an alarm went off. And at this point, I'm scared. I think I'm going to jail at this point, guys. Like, I thought it was over with, you know? And, like, I wasn't even wearing a Metro PCS shirt. I wasn't wearing nothing that told them that I was an employee there. They walk in, they tell me, you know, they got an alarm call. I tell them, everything's fine. I'm just new here, never opened the store before. I accidentally set the alarm off. They go, oh, okay, and then they leave. Not to mention, on my first day, when I opened the store, there was a leak in the roof, apparently. And all night it rained that day. And then I went in the morning to open the store, and it had, like, the tiles or whatever. The square ceiling tiles that you see at, like, schools and shit, you know? Like that tile. And fucking, the leak leaked into that shit, and it made it all saggy and filled with water, and it dropped down the tile that was all soggy and wet because of the leak, fell out of the ceiling, and made a huge puddle in the middle of the store that I had been working at for 2 days, and I had just opened on my own. Mind you, the day before, you know, I was nervous as fuck. I was telling him, I was like, I'm nervous, I don't know if I can do this. He was like, you'll be fine, bro, you'll be fine, trust me, trust me. If you have any problems, just call me. I live 15 minutes down the road, I'll be here, right? So that customer came in with their problem, and I didn't understand the question, right? Like, I didn't know how to answer it, because I only been working there for 2 days, right? So I text the dude, you know, can you come in? There's a customer here who has a question, I don't understand it. He never responds. I try calling him like twice, never picked up the phone. I just tell the customer eventually, like, I don't know. My boss is not here right now, alright? That's basically what I tell her. She leaves, and I keep calling him. He doesn't answer, he doesn't answer, he doesn't answer. Finally, like an hour later, he called me. You know, he was like, what's up? What's the problem? And I told him, and he's like, He's like, oh, okay, I'll be there in 15 minutes. You know, he finally calls me after an hour of me calling him and not answering. After he said he'd call and be there in 15 minutes, or I would call and he'd be there in 15 minutes. He didn't answer for an hour and a half. You know, I was like, all right, if you guys wait 15 minutes, my boss will be here. He can help you guys. They were like, all right. They waited 15 minutes. He didn't show up.
That's basically going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching so much. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. I need to get myself to 20 subscribers. If you guys can help out, that'd be great. Make sure you comment your first job stories if you have them. If not, that's all right. Make sure you comment something. Tell me what you liked about the video. Tell me where I can improve. Tell me what I should do next. But until next time, guys, peace out.